Hey, Michael, you know what? Gas here in Tennessee is still about $2.88 right now. It's been holding steady around that price for several weeks now. Still, if you're traveling this summer, prices across the country are going up by about 13 cents to an average of $3.17. Some perspective for you on that. That's 98 cents more than a year ago. It's also 41 cents cheaper than this same time period in 2014. Things were a little higher back then. Now, to get some context on the rising prices, we did check in with Megan Cooper over at AAA.
For the last several months, the biggest driving factor in our gas prices has been crude oil prices. Over the last several months, we have seen some pretty high crude oil prices, over $70 per barrel. The last couple of weeks, we've seen prices around the $74, $75 per barrel mark. And in general, over half of the price that we see at the pump is made up of crude oil pricing. So anytime we start to see those shifts in crude oil as they head more expensive, we typically do see that reflected in our local gas prices as more expensive prices at the pump. So for now, that has really been the biggest driving factor. We're also seeing an increase in demand. So we're seeing that return to travel this summer. We saw the trend over Memorial Day and over Independence Day holiday. We're expecting that trend to continue throughout the rest of the summer. And as more and more people become more comfortable traveling, that means that we are going to see more people out on the roadways, which means that we're going to continue to see that increase in demand for gasoline, which also helps to push those gas prices just a little bit more expensive. So for now in the market, it's very ripe for those more expensive gas prices.
Now, visitors and locals, you can both appreciate this next tidbit here. Tennessee has the 8th least expensive gas in the nation.
So compared to other states in the country, like California, that has a state average over $4, here in Tennessee, we are seeing some cheaper gas prices. Typically, the southeast region of the United States is a little bit less expensive than the rest of the country, but great news for those of us here in Tennessee, because we're not seeing that huge increase that a lot of other places in the country are seeing right now. Over the course of really the last month and a half, our gas prices have been very stable. They've fluctuated here and there. This week, we're actually seeing the same state average for 2 weeks in a row. So even though we haven't seen those big swings, in decreases or in increases, the good news is that we've been relatively steady for quite some time.
And the Knoxville area ranks 5th in the state for most expensive gas. It's about how it has been trending for several weeks now. We will, of course, continue to keep an eye on gas prices for you. We'll check in again with AAA next week.